Hello, my name is Gabriel and today I'm going to demonstrate to you how simple it is to repot a plant. I've taken this poor parlour palm that has been neglected and is feeling very sorry for itself. It's in a pot where it's a bit small and I'm going to repot it into a pot which is one size bigger. I've chosen this pot. It has a good hole for drainage. It's not too large, so I won't get excess soil around the plant which will not be used and turn to sour. First of all, I need to cover the drainage hole. I got some shard, which is anything that's a broken pot, a big stone, anything, just to go over the hole to stop the soil washing through, but make sure you don't cover the hole completely or you'll lose your drainage. Next, I'm going to get some soil and fill the bottom of the pot. I need to fill the pot so that when I put the new plant into it, the soil level will come just to the same height as the pot it's already in. That should do. Now I need to get the plant out of the pot, give it a good tap around, and it should lift out fairly simply, like that. I need to look at the bottom of the roots, loosen the soil as I go. Make sure that there are no roots that are going round in a circle, because these will continue to go round and not work into the new soil that you're providing. Now I lift the new plant in and settle it down. That's just too low, so I'll have to put a little bit more soil into the pot. It's important to get the soil level correct for the plant to do well. Yeah, that should perhaps be enough now. That's just right. Now I'm backfilling around the plant with a bit more potting mix. Push it down to secure the plant well into its new home. Try to plant the pot so that it's got this plant central in the pot. So this one was rather to one side in the pot it was in before. So I've moved the whole thing over. I'm just filling up the top of the soil to make sure that my soil level is where it should be for this particular plant, that all the roots are well covered and that the air gaps are out of the side of the pot. Now this is a palm, it's a parlour palm, it's one of the smallest growing of the palm family. It makes an ideal indoor plant, or if it gets too big for your house and you've had to pot it up further than you need, you can keep it outside, providing it has no risk of frost and it will grow in the full shade. It makes an ideal sub-plant under taller palms once they become telegraph poles and you can no longer see the crown. Parlour palm was used a lot in Victorian days because it's so easy to grow. Will grow about this wide and about this high at its maximum growth. So I'm going to trim it to make the old leaves look tidier and neater. To do it, I'm going to use these secateurs. I find they're excellent, they're Aquacraft, and you can buy these for yourself on the website. Just take a little piece off, it doesn't defoliate your plant. This one here is broken, so I'm going to take that one right back to where it came from. These are the flowers. They're elegant, aren't they? Eventually these little bobbles along the stem will turn yellow, and that is the flower, which then gets even more beautiful and becomes a seed. This brilliant orange will come right through and last on the plant for a very long time, much longer than blooms on most indoor plants. It's an added bonus to this particular palm. Now I potted this plant into a really top quality potting mix. This Water Smart Super Soil potting mix has everything. It has slow release fertilizer and water saving crystals in it so that it won't dry out, and you will find you'll get a much better result. Don't be tempted to save on the potting mix you buy. The better the mix, the better the result for the plant. This has slow release fertilizer in, so once I've potted it, I won't need to feed it again for several weeks. When the new spring growth starts to come, then I will give it a top dressing of a slow release fertilizer. You can get any one you like, but this is very good. It's specially made for plants that grow in pots and for indoors or out. You can use it in anything where you've got a pot plant. Now, having done all that, my last job is to water the plant well. If you don't water the plant, you will get air pockets in the soil, and that can damage the new little roots that are trying to grow. When you push the soil down, be sure not to push it too hard, because if you do, you'll make it so compact that the new roots that are growing won't get into the soil easily. You want to encourage the growth as fast as you can. Into this watering can, I have mixed some sea salt, which is a tonic, not a food, and it encourages new root growth. Whenever you repot a plant, this is magic, and you mix it into the watering can. Follow the directions very carefully on the back of the bottle, not to overdo it, or you can burn the roots. Water it very well to make sure that the water goes right down through the new soil, and you can tell the water comes out of the bottom of the pot. As you can see, having done this, I've now washed the soil further down than where it was before. So I'm now going to add a little more soil and top up to cover the roots again. One last word of warning: if you take this plant inside, please make sure you have a saucer to sit it on and a saucer that is waterproof, because you can easily damage your carpet or the surface of the table where you put your plant. And there we have one new plant. Very simple, very basic if you follow a few of the simple rules.